to find one more way to find surface area. The way that you know about so far is to look at a shape like that and use the formula to figure it out. The only thing that we need this picture for is we need the label. Otherwise, on the test, you'll see a shape like this, but you won't see like the prism like that. So what you have to do is you have to remember that surface area is the area of the outside of the shape. So we have to find the area of each individual piece. Remember, area is length times width of each shape. You can see that on most of them, we have to find missing lengths. So this one is 33 by 15, but this one, we don't know what this one is. We don't know what this one is. This one, there's only a 15 here. So I'm going to show you first how to fill in those numbers. If this length is 33, from here to here, this length is also 33. So we're going to write that right here to show that what that line is. If this is 33, that is also 33. And so is the bottom. Next, if this one is 15, this one is 15. If this one is 15, so is this. And it just goes all the way down. If this one is 15, this one's also going to be 15 because this one and this one match, this one and this one match, and these two match. So you can always think of the math as you only need to do this one and fill in your answer for that one, and then these two. So we have just about all the dimensions that we need, so we can start doing the math. Remember, area is length times width. So we're going to do 15 times 33 for this one first. So you guys do 15 times 33. I'll give you a couple seconds. You should end up with 495 eventually. So this one is 495. This one matches this one right here, 33 by 15. 495, and that label again was centimeters, and since it's area, it's squared. Remember, these two match, and these two match. This one is also 33 by 15, so we don't need to re-multiply, we can just use that same number. Remember, this one matches with this one. So then next we need to do 15 by 15. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to do that. Eventually you're going to end up with 225. So 225 goes in here and right here. And then you're done finding the area of each shape. Next thing you have to do is add up all of these. An easier way to do that is to multiply. Okay, there are two 225s, and there are 4 of the 495s. So what you're going to do is set up your math. We're going to do 225 times 2 and 495 times 4. So multiply those, take a second to do that. Check and make sure that you get 450 and 1,980. Now what you do with these two is you add them together, and then you're all done. $2,430. So you're going to write that somewhere off to the side, and make sure that it's obvious that that is the answer. So 2,430 centimeters squared. Maybe circle it really big or something so that I can see that that's the answer. Okay, so that's how we do those. You find the area of each piece, or each square or rectangle, and then you add it all together. So the next one is pretty much the same thing. So we have a 20 here, and a 3, and an 18. So remember, this one is going to match this one. And it's going to go all the way down. If this is 18 here, this one, this one, this one, and this one all match. And then last, the 3s. If this is 3 here, this is 3 here. Remember, this one matches this one, so this one's also 20 by 3. This one matches this one, so if this is 18 by 3, this one's 18 by 3. And last, this one's 18 by something. You have to remember this one matches this one. This one's 18 by 20, so this one's also 18 by 20. And then area again is length times width, so you're just multiplying side by side for all of them. This one we can do in our head. 20 times 3 is 60. And again, you only need the picture for the labels. So it's 60 feet squared. This one matches with this one. Um, 18 by 3, you're going to multiply that. $54. This one matches this one. And last, 20 by 18. If you know that 18 times 2 is 36, you can just put an extra 0 on there. 360. So those two match. Next, you're going to multiply these two. You're going to multiply 54 times 2 and 360 times 2. I already know that 60 doubled is 120, so I don't need to multiply on that. I need to do 54 times 2 and then 360 times 2. So it's going to be 120 plus 108 plus 720. You're going to add those three numbers together. $120. For a total of 948. Feet squared. And then make sure it's circled kind of big so you can tell that that's the answer. Okay, on the back. One more. If you are starting to understand this, maybe do this one on your own without instruction, and then go back and look at the end of the video and make sure that your answer is right. So otherwise, if you need a little bit more guidance, keep watching and we can fill this in together again. So you have a 6, a 3, and a 12. These are all going to match. These are all going to match, so it's going to be 12 all the way across. and then fill in your 3's, remembering which ones match. These two match, these two match, and these two match. So now multiply length times width for each of them. 6 times 3 we know is 18, and we're talking about feet again, feet squared. These two match. 12 times 3 is 36, feet squared. And then 12 times 6, if you don't have that one off the top of your head, you can multiply it like this. And that is 72. Okay, just like we've been doing then, multiply 18 times 2, because there's 2 of them. There's 2 36s and there's 2 72s. So you're going to line them up. 36 times 2, 18 times 2, 72 times 2. So we have 72 plus 36 plus 144. $252. And there you go. That's finding surface area without the formula.